So working with the Craypas is actually pretty easy because they're smooth, and if you put enough pressure they just blend just like paint does. So to do this, I'm going to show you. You just have your drawing on there, and I'm just going to kind of go organic like I did on the examples. So you have your drawing on there, and you stay pretty light because the lighter colors of the Craypas, they're going to let you see through to the pencil. So you've got to be really careful about that. Then, like I said, you're blending multiple colors. So you want to pick a couple colors to work with. So I'm picking a couple different pastels to use for this. And I don't want to put the blue on there just yet. So I've got my colors that I want to work with. And always offset a darker color with a lighter one. Don't ever just do all dark or all light, because you want to have kind of like that assortment. So if you look, you've got a little bit of that going on here. So now I'm going to start with one little area. So I'm going to do this little area right here. And start with the outside edge being your darker color. So go around and you're going to just press really hard to put that on there, because you want to lay down a whole bunch of it, because the Craypas are going to blend just like paint. But if you don't have enough paint there, you know, you're not going to get that color that you want. So I put in a lot of that in there, if you see, just a wide bit. Then I'm going to go back in and I'm going to take the orange, and if you look, I'm almost doing like a circular pattern, and it's just blending those colors together to get that gorgeous blending that Craypas are so awesome about. So I've done that. So now, so you can see how you've got that red with that orange. So I'm going to do a different thing. So now I'm going to do a little bit with the blue. So I'm starting with the dark blue as my edge. And you see how that overlap? You can see the colors overlap. Well, that's what happens with Craypas. They do. They have an overlap. And even though they don't seem like they're translucent, they are. Which means you can see through part for color and light. So I've got this translucency here. So I'm putting this blue in. And then remember what I said? You should always kind of like do a light with a dark. So I've got this blue. And I know this seems weird, but I'm going to work with it with this lime green. And now I'm going to put that lime green into it. Same technique, and I'm just blending it. Okay, to get that really cool look to it. And you want to use the circles because you don't want to have this line. Even though my blue started out with that line, I don't want that line to show. I want it to just merge together as one cool set of colors together. So did you see how that works? So you end up with this really neat blending that happens with the Craypas. And you can come up with some really cool organic shapes with it. But it'll do some really neat things for you. So blending with the Craypas will give you this great color. The best brand that I think is this Pentel Arts oil pastels. You can get them at Michael's, you can get them anywhere, but they're really pretty cool. So that's how you blend your pastels, to be able to do some really cool blending and drawings.